Um, all right, so let's wait a few more minutes, see if there's some other people that are going to jump on. We are recording. Again, this is a sports betting channel, so some of you, I don't know if you're on here because of stocks or crypto, futures, forex. This is we're going over the NFL slate. I went 1 and 2 on the early morning soccer game, so probably not going to play any more of those today. But yeah,
Shout out to every single Man U fan on this call and sending hugs. So many hugs. I hope
I thought
next
you
year.
were a Man U fan.
Sam, we had this conversation. God forbid. No. No. Absolutely not.
I keep thinking. I don't
no,
know. Yeah,
I
maybe
I thought it was going to be close. What they lose 3-1? What was the final score?
3-1. And still, maybe this is what somebody meant when they said that still have to watch the Gunners win Premier League, because Arsenal is shocking. It's really shocking.
Yeah. Yeah, I wanted to go bet that Fiorentina, or I don't know how you say it, and they scored in the first 2.5 minutes, and I was like, well, that stinks, but fortunately they pulled off the 2-0 win, so got that.
Oh, why is it not? I'm trying to copy the link in the VIP. All right, whatever. It's not working. I copied the link for some
All
reason.
right, well, I think we can get going.
Yes.
So I don't have that many plays. Again, I'm waiting for the over-unders are scaring me today.
I have so many over-unders today. It's absolutely crazy.
I have a couple, but I don't know. So
it is crazy how many I have.
All right. Well, yeah, if you want to go ahead and
I'm gonna start it off. I'm not gonna start off with my over-unders. I'm gonna start off with a Dolphins and Bears play. Both teams made a bunch of moves at the deadline. The Dolphins got Bradley Chubb, great D lineman. That should help out their front seven a lot, especially since the secondary has been pretty terrible. And they also got Jeff Wilson Jr. from the Niners. The Bears also traded Roquan Smith to the Ravens on top of getting Chase Claypool. So I think the Bears realize that their season may be done.
And they traded their Robert Quinn, another defensive
player. Yeah, but that was
player.
a week ago, right? They already had him traded.
I gotcha.
I mean, if we look at the charts, the Bears are the 25th ranked defense in the league, 18th ranked in pass, and 28th against the run. The Dolphins are the 5th ranked offense and the 3rd ranked team against the pass, according to DVOA. So I expect the Dolphins to go crazy against this Bears team. I mean, the Cowboys dropped how many points on the Bears? Like 50 last week.
Yeah.
So they absolutely dominated them, and I expect the Dolphins to get similar results. So an over here wouldn't be a bad play. I'm still a little wary about this game. A lot of new pieces coming in, but I think Bradley Chubb will really help the defense. It should limit a lot of the Bears scoring today. So that's the reason why I'm taking the Dolphins at -3. You get them at a field goal. I think actually the spread's at, now the spread's at 4.5. It just got bet up to 4.5. I had already taken it at 3. But I will bet it down to 4.5. You could take it at 4.5. Still a good play at 2 units. The Dolphins are the superior team. I'm just not taking this at a higher play because I'm a little nervous about how the pieces are fit in. So do you have anything in this game?
Yeah, so I have the over 45.5 as a lean. There is a lot of wind. Pregame there's wind gusts, but it's supposed to kind of die off. So I'm kind of just keeping an eye on the weather. But because of the potential wind gust and because of how bad the Bears defense is against the run, I think you said it right. They're 31st against the run.
28th.
Do up?
28th.
28th. Okay. So So they're the bottom against the run. I am this is an iffy pick for me. I'm a little bit scared. So if you want to fade it or stay away, it is going to be a play from me though. Raheem Mostert. I don't know how you pronounce his last name. His
I think
over under
it's Mostert.
over 64.5. So that is quite a bit. But again, with the wind, they might not be trying to
Even
throw
with
it as
Jeff
much.
Wilson, they have Jeff Wilson.
Yeah, that's why I'm getting scared because they just picked up Jeff Wilson. But he's new.
Okay.
And I mean I think they're averaging. Well, that's the thing is they're averaging over 200 yards. So that's why I said it is. I'm going to put that as a half a unit play for me because the other half a unit I have is Tua over 7.5 running yards. So that's one scramble from him. He's pretty quick. I know that the coaches and stuff don't want him running, but he kind of shied away from that last week, and he had 2 pretty big rushes. So total of 1 unit, most are over 64.5. Because of the addition of Jeff Wilson, he's not going to get as many touches, but all he needs is one big. He's averaging like 6 yards a carry. So,
I like that.
So that's what I have. And then again, my over will be a game time decision.
Next play, looking at, I'm going to go to the Vikings Commanders game. And this is one of my favorite plays of the day. Jacob thinks this one may be a trap game. I disagree. I have the Vikings -3 against the Commanders. The Vikings, the books, honestly, I think underrate the Vikings each week.
Yeah, I don't understand. They've lost
they
one
always
game.
do this. And I've taken this the past 3 weeks. They've been favored by 3 in the past 3 weeks, and they cover it every time. Vikings have made me a lot of money this season, and hoping they can make me some more today. The only thing the Commanders have been doing well is defending the run. They're second against the run, according to DVOA. The Vikings are a very good running team, ranking 4th offensively. So that's going to be a good matchup. But the Vikings also have a very good passing. They're a good passing team. Kirk Cousins may not be great, but they have a lot of good weapons. They have a decent O-line, and the Commanders are in 28th in pass defense. I don't think the Vikings will dominate this game at all, but I definitely think they pull away with the win, especially since the Commanders have been a really bad offensive team. Other than that, Terry McLaurin last-second touchdown against the Indianapolis Colts last week. I know you were thrilled about that one.
I'm mad I missed that play. He's a hometown kid. He grew up in Indianapolis. He's went to Ohio State. He's played in that stadium 4 different times, and he's undefeated. Yeah. So I was like, it's kind of impressive. 5-0 at Lucas Oil.
True. But besides that, they were not really good offensively. The Colts are a pretty good defense, to be fair, but so are the Vikings. I think the Vikings easily have enough. The spread's only 3. So I like Minnesota to win and cover 3 at a 4-unit play. I'm going to keep riding with them.
I do like that. Again, I think it's a trap line. I can't find data on them right now. So
I have a chart. I have a chart here if you want. I can read it out.
About what?
Just
about
like
the money, the money distribution.
Oh, the match. I was thinking like analytics.
Oh yeah, no. So I am going to wait and see where the money distribution comes in right at game time. Again, I do like that -3, but I'm a huge TJ Hawkinson fan. I think this is week of the tight ends. So I have him. He's only at 3.5 receptions. I think so I think Washington's going to be focusing. Obviously, that's a huge weapon. They already have 2 really, really good receivers, and they're also 31st in passing touchdowns allowed. They're allowing the most passing touchdowns. So I have Cousins over 1.5 touchdowns at minus. It's a little juicy, -135. So it's not the best, but usually I go up to minus
Especially
140.
Since the Commanders are really good at just.
But, I mean, he could easily throw for 4 touchdowns if you want. I did do just a little $5 anytime touchdown parlay on TJ, Will Disley, and I forget the third one. But yeah, so it was like plus 1,000 odds. So
all right. Next play.
So those are my 2, both 1 unit. Or Hawkinson over 3.5. I have at 2 units. There's a 2-unit play for me.
Next play for me. This is the biggest spread, or I don't know if it's the biggest, but I think it's the biggest spread other than the Chiefs game, which is the Buffalo Bills taking on the New York Jets. And I'm riding with the Bills here. I mean, One thing I'm a little wary about is the Jets defense. They do rank 8th in every single statistic. They're the 8th best team against the run and the 8th best team against the pass. So they should slow down Buffalo's offense a bit, but Buffalo is still the best team in the league, probably, and the best offense in the league. I don't think anyone can fully stop this team. The only thing that's going to stop them is themselves. So the Jets will slow them down a bit, maybe make it difficult in the first half, but I expect the Bills to eventually get it going. And I don't expect the Jets to ever get it going. Zach Wilson is maybe the worst. He is a terrible quarterback. He's completely lost that game for the Jets last week against the Patriots. And the Patriots don't even have a great passing defense. They rank 17th. Or no, actually, they rank 7th. And the Bills rank 3rd in passing defense. They shut down. They were the only team that really shut down Patrick Mahomes. And if the Buffalo Bills defense can limit Patrick Mahomes, they can easily limit Zach Wilson. Breece Hall is still out for this team. I like Buffalo at -10 on the spread. I think the odds are -125 right now on DraftKings. And I'm locking that in at a 4-unit play.
Oof.
Let's go. Let's run.
I mean, that's all the money's coming on that. So it started out at 7, I think 7.5 when they opened up, and it's all the way down.
No, it went down. It started at like 11.5 and it went down to 10.5.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, hold on.
Well, I can check the opening. Opening line was -7, but I think
it got bet up to 11 and then
and then it got bet down again.
And that's the thing, you got to understand the psychology of, just like the psychology of trading, the psychology of sports betting. You have your 3, 6.5, 7, 10, 10.5. I mean, so if someone can if they can bet it past 10.5, they're going to hammer the other side. The line is also moving down. The over under started out at 46.5, is now down to 45.5. A lot of money is coming on the under. So that I don't have a play on this game right now, but if I do, it'll be under 45.5.
Yeah, that's a fair. I like that pick. Because I don't think
because if they get up by 10, they're just going to run. So if you want to take,
I think
the Bills running game,
I think they're going to blow it open. I think they're going to win by like 17 because I don't expect the Jets to do much offensively.
Right. So that's the thing. If they do get up, then if they get up big, if they score 14 or so in the first quarter, and the over-unders above 50, probably going to hammer 2 units, 3 units on the under live.
Ooh. So next play, we're going to start looking at some totals here. And my first total is an NFC West battle between the Packers and the Lions. The Packers have massively underperformed this season. And I don't think they have any chance at really winning the division at this point. But I do think the offense has a get back spot here. I'm still waiting on results of Allen Lazard. I'm not sure. They said it's a game time decision on whether he's playing or not. If anyone knows recent updates, I can't really find anything. But if Allen Lazard is playing, then I would definitely bet this up even more. But I like the over 49.5, although it's a huge total. The Lions defense ranks 32nd in the league and 32nd against the pass, as well as 30th against the run. They are a terrible defense, and not even a terrible defense this season. Historically, they're a bad defense, like ranked up against the worst defenses. So this is a nice get back spot for the Packers. I expect Rodgers to build some chemistry with some of his receivers, Romeo Doubs, and other guys. I also expect on the other end, the Lions take advantage. The Lions are 16th in passing offense, but they're really good, 7th at home, and then 24th on the road. So I expect the Lions offense to be able to pass on the Packers defense. The Packers defense is good against the pass, but not good enough to stop a Lions team at home.
Even without Hawkinson, you think they're still going to have
Hawkinson
the weapons?
And there's also the biggest thing, though, is there's a big mismatch in the run game. The Lions are 7th in rushing DVOA with Jamal Williams and DeAndre Swift. Swift is playing this game, and the Packers defense ranks 31st against the run. So this game, prime for an over in Detroit. If you guys didn't know, the average total points of games in Detroit this season is 71.5, which is absolutely
unbelievable.
I'm not taking it at a huge play, as I do not trust the Packers offense too much yet, and I'll never take a lot of units on a bounce back spot, but I do still like the Packers to bounce back. Packers lines over 49.5 at 3 units.
Yeah, I don't have an official play on this. Rogers did go on the Pat McAfee show and say that he thinks they are now clicking. He said that they kind of meshed a lot better that last game. I think Lazard is playing. At least that's what Packers Wire said. Yeah.
And
so he's going to try. His shoulder injury, one big shot. He's definitely coming out. And that's why I'm staying away. Obviously, I'm a fan of St. Brown for the Lions. Without Hawkinson, he's going to get a lot of looks his way. But his injury, I mean, he just can't stay healthy, stay on the field. So, but Romeo Doubs over 4.5. That's what his receptions are set at plus 115. That could potentially be a pretty good plus unit upset, if you will. I guess I don't know the proper terminology on there's just not a lot of juice on there. So if I were going to have to pick a play, it would definitely be Dobbs over 4.5, but I'm staying away.
That's a fair play. Go into another total. Seems like it's going to be a lot of totals today. We're looking at the Chargers and the Falcons. Another very high total. This one's set at 49.5 because, I mean, I like the Chargers offense here. I mean, they have 12 days of rest. An interesting statistic to take in mind. Teams with 12 days of rest in week 9 after a loss are 68% against the spread. I'm not going to take the spread pick here, but I will be taking an over pick. I like the Chargers offense to get back on track. The Falcons defense has been absolutely horrible, ranking 31st in general and 30th against the pass. I think the Chargers will really get back. Mike Williams should get going. Keenan Allen should get going. A couple of these guys should get going. It's a really bad Falcons defense. And I expect the same. I mean, the Chargers defense isn't really that good. We expected them to be good, but they're not. They're giving up a lot of points all around. And the Falcons offense has been good this season, ranking 9th overall, 8th in the pass and 10th in the run. They're going to open up this game. The Chargers are the 23rd best run defense, which is not good. And I'm expecting the Falcons to run the ball a bit to start the game and then Mariota to start slinging it against the Chargers secondary, which is underperformed, especially J.C. Jackson, which they paid all his money for him to be trash. So I like the over 49.5 at 3 units. It's a high total, but I'm still going to take it here.
Did this opened up around 6 or 7, didn't it? What did it open up at?
It opened up. Yeah, it did open up at 7.5.
And it's all the way down to 2.5.
All the way down to 2.5.
So yeah, so looking 65% of the money. So there's only 56% of bets on the Falcons, the spread, but it's covering 65% of the money. So that spread for the Falcons does look good. Again, I am staying away. I don't like these over-unders. They're really high, even though it is great weather. Falcons are home, so it's a dome, but I did have some plays. Where did I have them? Maybe not.
Maybe it's just going to be a lot.
There we go. So, yeah, I don't know why, but they don't have Algier on DraftKings. When I was looking at it, they only had the Falcons running back.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
Like I had a 3-unit play 2 weeks in a row and he hit it. Yeah, we'll explain the units here in a second. So they're only having Eckler. He has 10 receptions in his last 2 games. His over is 6.5 right now at plus 105. So that is enticing. 7 catches is still quite a bit in the game, though. I think, there we go. So I think Pitts is finally turning it on. He's starting to get in sync with Mariota. So I think that right there was my other play of the anytime touchdown scorer was Pitts. So
Pitts, the dude has like 2. He's never even scored a touchdown in the U.S.
I know, but he's turned it on, and his over under for catches is 3.5. So I like, so that's my play on this is Pitts over. I told you it's the week of the tight ends. So I think he's turning it on. He's obviously been a massive fantasy bust. So
yeah, he has.
Real quick. So Ray, not sure how to pronounce your name. So a unit is, I use it as 1/10 of my bankroll. So let's say,
Bro,
or 0.1 1%.
always do that. That's the
always
second
say
time
it's
you've done that. It's
1%. 1%
100.
of, so you can either have it 1 or 2% of your bankroll, depending on how aggressive you want to be. So say you have $2,000 in your account, unit is technically supposed to be $20. And then if I say 2 units, and that's 43 units, and then you bet to win that amount. So if it's plus 100, then you bet $20 to win $20. If it's minus 120, or then you bet, what is it, like $24, $25 to win $20. So when we say a unit, that's what we're betting to win that unit. We're not putting that money as our bet.
Also, I mean, yeah, again, you said you could bet it between 1 or 2%. Jacob does 1%. I do 2%. I'm a little riskier.
And my max unit plays my max unit's 3 units. Unless I have like I think I said 4 units on that.
So what your lowest is 0.5, so you go 0.5 through 3.
Yes.
And then I'm 1 through 5 units. So yeah, I definitely bet a little more per bet. But it really doesn't matter. Both are relatively safe styles. I've seen bettors. I've seen like some professional guys have like 5% per unit. That's crazy to me. But yeah.
And that's why it's definitely practice it's called bankroll management. Yes, we've been on a heater. I think we're both the last 4 weeks positive units, but there's going to be a time where
way positive too, like way positive.
Yeah, but there's going to be a time where there's just going to be a week. I mean, like 3 weeks ago, there was a huge amount of upsets. So if you practice bankroll management, we're not guaranteeing a winning day every day or a winning week every week.
Exactly.
But
anything you do bankroll
it's a roller coaster, and it's got to keep going up, just like the stock market. You're expecting your dips and everything. So
don't put all your money on one
right. I want to put my bankroll on that Purdue under 50-mile-an-hour wind gusts, and they scared me a little bit, but it hit with ease eventually.
Next play, I'm going to go with my third straight over, and that's going to be in the Bengals and Panthers game. And I'm going to take the over at 42.5. It's a pretty low total today, and I faded the Bengals offense last week, but I'm not going to fade them. The reason I faded them is without Jamar Chase, Joe Burrow takes a lot longer to get rid of the ball, and that is not good when you're facing Myles Garrett and Jadeveon Clowney on the edge. So, but this week, the Panthers really have no one to bring at Joe Burrow. The O-line isn't great, and they're letting up a lot of sacks, but I still expect Joe Burrow to be fine. I think he'll be able to pass the ball. He'll be able to take more time, and he'll be able to hit his other targets, very talented targets, and T. Higgins and Tyler Boyd. So I think this week, Joe Burrow gets it going a bit in the passing game. I think Carolina is going to get it going in the running game. The Bengals have been really bad against the run since losing DJ Reader, ranking 25th. The Panthers, even without Christian McCaffrey, are 14th in the league in the run. And honestly, they've been a good offensive team. The Panthers, they scored 21 points against the 5th-ranked passing defense in the Bucs. And that's really, I think, all you need out of them. Plus, the Bengals are missing 2 of their top corners. And I don't know how to pronounce his name. It's like Awuzie, I think is his name. Awuzie, and they're missing another corner. So they're going to have to start Eli Apple, who's the 103rd best corner in the league, according to PFF. So I am not very confident in the Bengals secondary. So I expect the Panthers-Bengals game to go over a pretty low total of 42.5. I'm taking that at a 4-unit play.
Okay. What's the spread on this one? It's also moved.
Which one? Bengals?
The Panthers-Bengals.
That one is at...
it's almost a pick 'em. Plus 1.5 for the Panthers. Look at this. 78% of...
Wait, what do you... Hold on.
The Panthers... Oh, that's Thursday. That's November. My bad.
I don't know, it's 7 in favor of the Bengals.
Okay, yeah. I was like, wait, what? Because I saw...
You could take Panthers plus 7, too. That wouldn't be a terrible pick.
Yeah, well, that's the thing is 78% of the 80% of bets are on the Bengals spread and 78% of public money. So if the Bengals end up covering that 7 spread, Vegas is going to lose a lot. So I wanted the Bengals, but I'm staying away. If the public's that much, put my 10 cap on. I still need to make my 10 foil hat.
That's why I hate taking bets when there's like over a sub or over like 70% of public bets on it.
I mean, I definitely do.
Public bettors are, you shouldn't usually trust the average sports bettor.
Right.
You can trust us though.
And if you see something on DraftKings or BR betting or something on Instagram and they're posting that like, hey, do this parlay, most of the times it's going to hit or not hit. So
exactly. Anyways, next play, I'm going back to the total, but this time I'm taking an under in the Patriots-Colts game. I was leaning towards the Colts originally to cover a 4.5 spread, but I don't like it anymore. There's an interesting statistic. Bill Belichick is 14-0 against rookie quarterbacks. I think the Patriots defense will have a field day on Sam Ehlinger. I don't think he's very bad, but I think the Patriots will lock him down.
You do realize Jonathan Taylor is also out.
Jonathan Taylor's also out. I know. I was about to get to that. So they don't have their star running back. They're going to have to play their third string after they traded Hines to the Bills. And that's really not good for them. The Patriots actually aren't good at running defense, ranking 27th. So it's named Deion Jackson. That's his name, right? Deion Jackson could have a game. So I would look at his attempts or his yards over, as I have a feeling he will have a good game, but I'm not crazy confident in it. But the Patriots, on the other hand, won't be able to run the ball, which is their main thing. They do have two very capable backs in Damian Harris and Ramondre Stevenson, but the Colts rank 6th in rushing DVOA, so they should be able to halt that. On top of that, I don't trust Mac Jones to pass the ball at all. I think he'll have a little bit of success, but he won't be able to go take advantage of a Colts defense that's around middle of the pack. I expect him to have a bit of success, but not enough to the point where the Patriots are scoring a whole lot of points. I like this game to go under 40.5 at 3-unit play.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm so upset. It's like the Colts and the Pacers both have the same record, and the Pacers, like, I'm on the high. I was like, they're beating all expectations of the Colts. So they traded one of my favorite players, Nyheim Hines. I think it was a terrible trade. I don't even want to talk about the draft picks they got. They don't have Jonathan Taylor, so really they're on their third string rookie running back. With that being said, Frank Reich doesn't like to run the ball. He's taking over. They fired the offensive coordinator. Reich's taking over the play calling. Well, officially, I think he was a play caller before anyways. So I just think they're going to throw the ball, especially if the Patriots and Bill Belichick are definitely going to run and try to establish a run game. That's what he does.
And I don't think they'll be able to.
Right. So Ellinger's over is 30.5. That's kind of scary.
I don't know if I would take any Ellinger prop other than attempts.
Right. But Alec Pierce, the rookie quarterback, is only at 2.5 catches. So Alex Pierce, their rookie receiver.
Oh yeah. Why'd you say quarterback?
No, I maybe I said running back. I don't know. Their rookie receiver.
I know.
So it's minus 140 again. So it's a little juicy, but I like him over 2.5. And then Michael Pittman Jr. is only getting 4.5 catches. And I really like that. So I'm taking the unit on both of them and their overs. So Pierce over 2.5 and Pittman Jr. over 4.5 catches.
Okay. Moving on. This is a very small play for me. This is two teams that are struggling in the Jaguars and the Raiders, and it's honestly about which team will bounce back. The Jaguars defense has been pretty middle of the pack. Their numbers are good, but the teams they face are bad. In DVOA, they rank 20th, so they're the 20th best defense, 20th best adjusted defense in the league right now, and they're 20th in run defense and in the passing defense. So the Raiders offense is pretty good, especially on the run. They're the 8th best running team. Josh Jacobs has been playing out of his mind, except for last week, which is a little, I think, a abnormal week.
Yeah,
but
because I put money on him.
Yeah, I think the Raiders will have some success on this Jaguars defense. The Raiders passing the ball, they haven't been very good, though, ranking 22nd in DVOA. On the Jaguar side, they've basically just been dead middle in every statistical category, 16th in overall offense, 15th in passing offense, and 16th in rushing offense. But the Raiders have a terrible defense, ranking 31st against the pass and 29th in general. I think this is a nice bounce back spot for the Jaguars, especially at home. I think Trevor Lawrence will be able to gain some consistency against a Raiders defense that isn't good at all. They let points all over the field. This game is also probably going to be a little bit high scoring, so I would look at a total. But my favorite play is, I actually don't like to play too much, but I'll take Jacksonville +3 at a 1-unit play. So definitely one of my smaller plays on the day.
Oh, wow. The under is getting, so it opened up at 47, it bet up to 48.5, but a lot of money has come on the under of that 48.5.
Yeah, I guess
and you said the Jacksonville spread?
Yeah, +3.
Okay. Yeah, I'm staying away from this. I didn't look at this game at all. I think Trevor Lawrence is going to throw the ball a lot, but I don't think it's gonna. I don't have any plays on this.
All right, fair enough. Moving on to the next one, we're going to the Seahawks Cardinals game. The Seahawks have been a dream team so far this season. They've completely beat all expectations. I think their win total, haven't they already like beaten their win total? I think they've already got something like that.
They definitely won that trade.
But yeah, for sure. And the Seahawks have actually been really good everywhere. They're the 7th best offense, and they rank 5th in passing offense. And they play a Cardinals team that's 23rd in passing defense and 19th in overall defense. The Seahawks have had a lot of offensive success so far this year, and I expect that to continue against a poor Cardinals defense. I also think the Cardinals need to get rid of Cliff Kingsbury. There's clearly something wrong there. And I don't think they'll find too much success until they get rid of him. On the other side of the ball, the Cardinals were in 26th in overall offense and 27th in passing offense. Although I think DeAndre Hopkins' return has helped that number a bit, and I think it will help them today against the Seahawks. But the Seahawks actually have improved immensely defensively. They're the 11th ranked defense and 14th ranked against the pass. They have been shown a lot of improvement, especially under Pete Carroll. So I expect the Seahawks to continue their run today. I have the Seahawks money line at 3 units. The Cardinals team is very all over the place. The head coach and the quarterback aren't together. There's really only one guy you can pass to in DeAndre Hopkins. I think the Cardinals will find some success. So I would expect DeAndre Hopkins to get a lot of targets today. But outside of that, I have the Seahawks winning this game. Let's ride.
All right. I have, again, tight end. So the Arizona, the over is very enticing on this because both defenses are terrible. I think the Cards are 30th in scoring.
No. The Seahawks are actually better. The Seahawks
they're both terrible. Seahawks are 26th, and the Cardinals
won.
In scoring defense.
That's true, but in DVOA they're 11th.
Right.
So I've gotten better.
This so my big thing, again, to talk about bankroll management and everything, is finding value in picks. So this right here is one of my top plays. Arizona defense is 2nd in giving up scoring to tight ends. I think they've allowed 7 or 8 touchdowns. So I'm going with Will Disley. He's only at 2.5 catches. So I'm going over 2.5 catches. They also say his longest reception is going to be 12.5 yards. So if you think if Vegas thinks that his longest reception is going to be around 12 or 11, his over under total yards is 19.5. So I'm going Will Disley 2 units over 2.5 catches and 1 unit over 19.5 receiving yards. And then if you want, that's the 3rd leg of my same game anytime touchdown parlay.
Ooh. What are the odds on that?
Oh, it's like plus 10,000. let me bring it up. Yeah, let me look.
I'm gonna ride. I'm actually officially putting that play for me too. I'm gonna tail it. I'm tailing this play.
I mean, it's something fun. I think it's like $5 to win $500. So that'd be a nice little steak dinner at the end.
Wait, at
the beginning of the week.
Read it out. I'm gonna put it in the thing. This is one of my plays too.
So Will Dissly, TJ Hawk. Oh, wait. So actually, instead of Michael Pitts, I had Mo Alley Cox. That's why the Colts tight end. I put it on there. I'll do another one with Michael Pitts, and I'll let you know what those odds are.
Got you. All right. My final play of the day is between the two most disappointing teams in the NFC this season, the Buccaneers and the Rams. And I'm rolling with the Bucs at home. I mean, the Rams offense hasn't done anything right. They're 26th overall. They rank 25th in the pass and 23rd in the run. So they don't really do anything right. And despite what people may think, the Tampa Bay has a very good passing defense. Their passing defense ranks 9th. Actually, no, they rank 5th. 5th in passing defense, 6th in overall in the DVOA. They're 19th against the run, but the Rams aren't very good at the run anyways. I expect the Bucs to give the Rams a lot of trouble. The Bucs are also getting 2 of their best corners back. So I think that's going to help their secondary out a lot to shut down this Rams team. Offensively, the Bucs have been terrible running the ball, ranking 31st. And the Rams' biggest strength is defending the run, but the Bucs haven't been able to run at all this season. Even in the best games where their offense thrived, they couldn't run the ball. I expect the Bucs be able to have some success passing. They rank 9th in DVOA, while the Rams rank 19th. Especially at home, I think this is a good bounce back spot for the Bucs, for Tom Brady. And I think this is where they do it at home. I like Tampa Bay to win and cover 3 as a 3-unit play. That's all I got for today. You got anything else?
No, I didn't bet on this game. I did forget Rondale Moore. He's been on a tear as of late. So I have him at a small half a unit play on over 4.5 catches. And that's in the Cards Seattle game.
Oh, yeah, that's cool. I mean,
so,
yeah, as I said, one more thing, as Jacob's still compiling a same game parlay. Any of you are here from the free section of the Discord, DM Jacob or I. My name on Discord is scone. You'll see me all over in the sports chat. Jacob's is just Jacob. You can DM either of us and we will send you the plays. If you're already a VIP member, we will put the plays in the chat, in the sports chat section, so you can just go check them there. I'll have mine in a couple of minutes. I don't know when Jacob will have his. He'll probably have his closer to game time.
I've got mine. I got a lot of them up on my action. But yes, I will have those up right before the over and unders. I'll get up by 12:45, 12:50.
Yeah.
I can't get Will Dissly right now, but right now with Hawkinson and Dissly, it's at plus 1,400. So if you add, probably be about plus 5,000 for
that. If that hits, that would be nuts. I'm gonna tail it. So
I get it. No, yeah, DraftKings it keeps freezing on me. So maybe that's a sign they don't want me to put it in.
We'll post a game time. We'll post a close time, and you can just lock it in there.
Do y'all have any questions?
Exactly.
Thanks for joining. Hope you're all enjoying this weather, this crazy November weather.
It's great weather.
It's great November weather, I should say. But yeah, if you have any other questions, let us know. If you are VIP, or even if you aren't, if you have like about the units, Sam has written a article or a document, and you can find that in the sports betting upgrade here, I believe.
No, it's in the get started here.
The get started here, yeah.
Get started here document, and a recorded Zoom of me like going through it, so it's a little more clear for some of you. But yeah, that's all we got for today, guys. Thank you for joining. Let's have another great week. If you've been tuning in regularly, you've been doing very well. So
I'm down a unit and a half, I think, right now from soccer. So I gotta make it up.
Fine.
Bounce back.
It's nothing. We'll go back. All right.
Awesome. Have a great day, y'all.
Guys. Yep.